You could easily recognize Ryan O'Neal as a star in Hollywood thanks to his rugged good looks. While his contemporaries like Warren Beatty were seductive with their dark passion, O'Neal was charming with his boy-next-door charm. He started out on a TV soap opera and went on to star in Love Story and What's Up, Doc? But at the end of the 1970s, he became less famous, and only his troubled personal life kept him in the news. On Friday, his son Patrick O'Neal told everyone that he had died at the age of 82, saying, "As a person, my father was as generous as they come, and definitely the funniest person in the room. Of course, he was the most beautiful and the most charming." Killing combo. Christopher Patrick Ryan O'Neal was born in Los Angeles on April 20th, 1941. It was in her blood to act. Patricia, his mother, was an actor on stage, and his father wrote books and movies. When O'Neal was in school, he started fighting. In the 1950s, he spent some time in Germany, where his father had moved to work on a TV show. Both fighting and working as a lifeguard helped him build up an impressive body. This got him a job as a stuntman on Tales of the Vikings, a low-budget TV show. Before he got the part of Rodney Harrington in the TV soap opera Peyton Place, he had a few small parts in westerns and crime shows. This show was America's first nightly soap opera, and its opening titles with the phrase, "This is the continuing story of Peyton Place," made it famous. "Some things in the script were so bad," he said later, "we had to whisper them, hoping no one would hear us." O'Neal became famous thanks to Peyton Place, and soon he could take his success to the big screen, just like his co-star Mia Farrow. Love Story made him famous in countries other than the US. Based on Eric Siegel's book, the 1970 movie brought hankies to theaters all over the world and made O'Neal and Ally McGraw famous all over the world. From Love Story, he became famous all over the world. At the time, it was the third most popular movie ever, and the line, "Love means never having to say you're sorry," from it became a saying everyone used. Even though O'Neal was a star, he never had this much success again. He was always a fiery person. He spent 51 days in jail for assault in 1960, but his reputation for being irritable when he was drunk grew. He talked his way into films like What's Up, Doc?, The Main Event, and Stanley Kubrick's Barry Lyndon, which came out in 1975. He was known as a Hollywood heartbreaker because he had affairs with several beautiful women, such as Joan Collins, Ursula Andress, and his What's Up, Doc? Co-star Barbra Streisand. After he died, Streisand paid respect to him by tweeting that she was so sad to hear about his death. "He was funny and charming, and he will be remembered," said she. His most memorable match, though, was with Tatum, his 9-year-old daughter. In Paper Moon, 1973, the father played a Bible-quoting con artist who was tricked by his naughty child. Tatum won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor at the age of 16, making her the youngest person to ever win that award. Even though the father and daughter stopped talking to each other for many years because they were bitter enemies, Tatum later said, "Our movie Paper Moon is always there to remind me of us." A bad TV show called Ryan and Tatum. The O'Neals, which ran in 2011, showed them getting back together. O'Neal had 4 kids from 3 different relationships, and the media paid a lot of attention to his family. Tatum's split from tennis player John McEnroe, his son Griffin's jail time for gun crimes, and O'Neal's troubled relationship with Farrah Fawcett were all sure to get a lot of attention in the tabloids. There were reports of drug use, alcoholism, and violent outbursts by O'Neal, but he and the former Charlie's Angel were together for 17 years. Redmond, their 13-year-old son, spent 6 hours in jail for having marijuana on him during the arrest. O'Neal's job prospects got worse as his personal problems got worse. As he thought about his big hits in the 1970s, he ate a lot of junk food and threw away the good looks that had made him famous. The only recent movie he was in was People I Know, 2002, which starred Al Pacino. "They didn't have to look far to find him. He's a dying movie star who lives in Malibu," he said of his part.